lifestyle.
On Sky News Business, this is Summer Money.
Welcome back to Summer Money. Shopping for a home loan can be frustrating and confusing, to say the very least. And navigating through tricky terms and conditions leaves many of us uncertain about whether we've gotten a good deal or not. Enter HashChing, Australia's online marketplace for home loans, which looks to making the lending process more transparent. Joining me now is the CEO of HashChing and a good friend of mine, Siobhan Hayden.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for being here. So let's just have a little chat about HashChing, who you are, what you do, and what you're doing right now.
Yeah, so a business that's been operating for just over 2 years. We've successfully in that time supported nearly 30,000 customers, and effectively we're a website where customers can visit, learn about the different products in the market. We don't advertise the brand against the product, so we say a major, non-major or credit union or mutual, but all the product that we have showcased on our website is broker-introduced home loan product. And once they select a deal, we instantly introduce them to a broker in their area.
Oh, that's it. Well, that's where the transparency comes in, right? Yeah. So that's really interesting. So it's just really levelling the playing field.
Totally, and the rates that brokers get access to, the current number or percentage that flow through Australia is 56% of home loans are now supported by mortgage brokers. So with that amount of, I suppose, service and that amount of flow, brokers have access to better rates than a consumer could get by walking into a lender of their own.
Into a bank. And do you think that's got a little bit to do with perhaps, I guess, people's feelings of trust around banks at the moment, and with a broker you're going to get a pretty fair deal?
A fairly big issue in the last sort of 24 months, the trust issue with banks, and I think we've seen as a business a flow away from the majors, customers wanting to refinance away from the four majors to a different brand because of that sentiment, but particularly just doing a general review of your current mortgage. We've found that we've saved customers on average $100,000 over the life of a 25-year loan.
It's huge.
So, well, particularly when you find customers that say to you, well, you know, I've been with Bank A or Bank B for a long time. You know, I did my home loan through them because, you know, I bought my car through them. That allegiance is not being returned, that support. So I think it really does pay dividends to look at your current structures, make sure that they are suitable, but also to make sure you're not overpaying.
Yeah, absolutely. Something I think is really interesting, and I have had them on Sky News Business before, a different show, is the founders of HashChing ex-NAB, I believe?
Ex-Westpac.
Ex-Westpac, pardon me. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? And we are seeing, I guess, some of, you know, people who have done very successfully within the banking industry move out and create something like, you know, the fintech we see before us.
We've just touched on the mortgage broker proposition. That's exactly what happened, and why HashChing started was that one of the co-founders had a employee discount with a major bank, and his friend who wasn't in banking had got a better rate through the same bank, which sounds astonishing.
Yeah.
When you share that, even within mortgage broking industries, if you share that story, people even find that quite funny. But it's unfortunately a fact. A lot of consumers are not aware of it, and brokers have access to, with their accreditations, nearly 700 different lending products. So why would you not go to a person who has such breadth and knowledge, and generally the person delivering the service is the person who's registered as a broker and licensed.
Yeah.
So you're dealing with a professional.
Yeah, you're a professional, and you're also dealing with someone. Brokers traditionally, I guess, I know a lot of brokers throughout the industry that I've worked in for many years, but, you know, they love what they do. They are so passionate about their customer. It's all the referral, word of mouth. This is the person I sort of worked with. So what is it like to work with brokers across the network?
People that know me know I'm a broker advocate. So my previous role at HashChing was the CEO for the leading peak industry body in Australia. So that was one of the things that really enamoured me with HashChing, was the fact that not only do we partner with brokers, which I believe is the preferred service model, and for all obvious reasons, they come to you, or, you know, males or females, they are small business owners, like the majority of Australian, you know, business, employees. And at the end of the day as well, HashChing now allows, or has allowed, customers to rate the performance of brokers. What I found astonishing is that with a taxi ride, an Uber drive, you can rate your performance of your driver, but until HashChing came around, there was no ability for a customer to find a broker to manage their $1 million mortgage with any ratings or reviews, which is quite strange. So we now have over 2,200 and something odd reviews across our broker partners.
Amazing.
Some brokers have in excess of 50 customer reviews, which is just astonishing. 5, 4.5-star ratings. So a great way to really look at what other customers have said to make sure that you're getting, you know, the best of the bunch.
Getting the best. And I mean, I guess just for everybody at home, you obviously just go onto the HashChing platform and check it out and have a read.
So HashChing, it's HashChing.
Hopefully it's running under the screen.
It's a merger of hashtag and cha-ching.
Okay.
So sort of where internet meets money.
Cool.
.com.au, and you can look at deals or find a mortgage broker. But we have nearly 700 mortgage broking partners around the country. So there's 15,000 odd brokers in the country licensed. I think we've got sort of the cream of the crop, and 700 of them at this stage. So.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, it's great to see what in 2 years can change in such a huge industry and create a whole nother platform for brokers who might have been in the industry for 25, 30, probably plus years. Yeah,
well, I think that's one of the trends. I mean, both brokers are finding it harder and harder to be found online. Customers are more and more often doing their research online. So it's a really nice opportunity for us to provide that education, provide the insight, awareness about product. We also have a really great feature where customers can come online to the website and ask a broker a question about their financials. And we have a whole range of questions around, I'd like to buy, the most recent one yesterday I think was, I'd like to buy a house in Mexico. Are you able to
That'd be
help me?
nice.
Yeah. I wanted to see the answers.
Yeah.
But we have a whole range of questions. People that maybe share that they're bankrupt, but you don't have to showcase your name. You can just simply post a question, and then brokers in that area can then give you their feedback or support. And if you'd like to transact, you can then continue, or you can. Use that information and take it up your sleeve and use it for down the track.
It's so great, isn't it? And I think it's creating a conversation. They're creating a conversation with these people. Something else I wanted to ask you about that I know the platform offers is this partnerships with companies in adjacent industries, and I know that you give advice there. Can you provide a few examples of those?
Yeah, so HashChing is a consumer-focused business, or a customer-centric business, as is termed in the industry. And we're doing everything we can to ensure that the process of home ownership, which is our vision, is to get homeowners to own their home sooner. So what we're hoping to do is provide all the services that relate to that. So things such as insurance on that asset, so being able to insure the home as you're going through the lodgement process. Things such as conveyancing. We've been piloting a program in Victoria for online conveyancing as part of the home loan purchase, which has proven successful, and looking to launch that more nationally in 2018, this year. So a number of things that we're trying, and it's all around what can we do to make the process for the consumer easier, faster, quicker, and in the same way with our broker partners. So any of the
bring it all together.
Yeah, and it's really around, I think what one of the big trends we're seeing, particularly in 2018, or two from my point of view, is that centricity of businesses. We do need to be responsive to customers when they're ready to transact. And we see leads come in, I mean, we saw leads come in on New Year's Eve. Amazing. You know, people are obviously concerned, and mortgage stress is real. Particularly in January, people do take that time to reflect and try and
think what they want for the year ahead.
And also probably rebalance the books after December, where you tend to really
blow out a bit.
close to the line. So I think we're definitely seeing a flow of inquiries at the moment. But that customer centricity, people want to be responded to quickly in a meaningful, professional manner. So we time all our brokers' responses, and then obviously we rate them at the back end. And then what you talked about before is that collaboration that really customers want to be a part of it. And you can see that again through other industries such as, you know, Domino's Pizza, where you can see the little delivery person coming to your front door. People want to be involved in processes. So looking at how we can help customers be more and more involved in that process where they want to be, and also efficient where they don't. No one likes filling out an application form.
No, we don't. I hate filling them out. I love how everything's online, and I'm a big, you know, I love tracking everything that I can see. It just, you feel like you're more in control of the situation. On that theme as well, I'd love just to hear your views on the great Australian dream of owning your own home. We heard all about the avocado debate last year. Bernard Salt, a presenter for Sky News Business, obviously made that to the fore around the world. Is that still a dream in Australia, to own your own home?
I definitely feel it's still a dream. People are very aspirational. There was a comment only recently on Facebook yesterday by a customer saying, I don't think I'll ever pay off my home. So definitely an aspiration, but definitely a friction point. And it's a bit troubling at the moment, of course, with lowest interest rates ever. But we've also got wages not moving either. So it's a pressure point. I think we need to recalibrate. There is multiple housing markets across Australia, and potentially customers that are growing up in certain suburbs wanting to buy in that same suburb. That is not always a realistic dream. So looking at your options, you can buy in other locations, you can rent a home and invest somewhere else. And these are all options that you do need to speak to a professional about. But, you know, nutting away and getting your deposit organised, but also knowing there's other channels for deposits, such as a parental guarantee for just the 20% deposit. So a lot of people traditionally thought that a parental guarantee was for the whole asset value. That's not the case. So there's lots of different ways to help people get in. Best to have a conversation, best to start thinking and looking at it and learn more. And if you're not ready to move now, that's fine, but you're in a better position maybe this time next year.
But and that's why these sorts of platforms and yours, particularly HashChing, is so important, because it does provide all that advice. I mean, there's some information that maybe people aren't aware of.
Yeah, there's the difference between how much I can borrow and how much I can service. And they're very different discussions. So depending on your income, and there's a whole range of factors. I won't go into it now, but even simple things such as that. So people think that they can borrow so much, but you might be able to borrow X, but you can only service Y. And these are things that people need to be more, I suppose, aware of. And it is a very complex market, very homogenous. Lots of people have a home loan, and you think that they're very standard, but there are lots of different products, lots of different features, and lots to learn.
Lots to learn, so check it out. Listen, thank you so much for coming on Summer Money. Awesome to talk. It's such an interesting topic, and what an exciting year ahead I think that you're going to have. Staying in the property space, it's now time to take a look at the property market around the nation. Sky News business host James Dagger-Nixon spoke with CoreLogic's Cam Kusher earlier today.